the young people of the East, what I will say is this matter. Igbo president is not justice for Igbo people. I repeat, because all they are fighting, they say, you must give us presidency for the atrocities you've done for Igbo people. You must give us presidency for... This is the elite argument of the elites. So they will repay themselves. Because all the Yoruba presidents we have gotten have not brought prosperity to Yoruba people. All Hausa presidents have not brought prosperity to Hausa people. Jonathan president did not bring prosperity to Niger Delta people. Even though now this same argument, before I enter Jonathan's side, to go back to the root, because we must go to the root. Igbo presidency is not justice for Igbo people. We must come up with comprehensive justice for all oppressed people in Nigeria, all victimized people in Nigeria. I see people say now Yoruba man be president. When they burn our house, kill my grandmama, he was Yoruba man and the head of state. Yoruba man, Mama Vasta, na Hausa man. Mama Vasta is a middle belt, I think, yes. Not be Yoruba man. Now he saved my father from the order way in so-called brother give. Yoruba man, me the killer. Now Mama Vasta no agree me the killer. We must not imagine that the presidency of one man is going to become the justice that we seek for Igbo people. The justice for Igbo people is bigger than presidency. No president can give justice to Igbo people. Igbo people, the justice for Igbo people in Nigeria, justice for Yoruba people in Nigeria, justice for Hausa people, because when we don't talk all this our talk finish, which people suffer reach our Hausa brothers for Nigeria? Who has suffered more than these people? Who over the course of our nation? Anyway.
Honestly speaking, after listening to this video, I said no, I must come and share it with my people here. But then, of course, if you have been following and listening to me on this channel, you will know that over and over again I have said things like this: that Igbo presidency will not, shall not, and can never be justice for all that Igbos have suffered in Nigeria. It will never be. But then, before we get into the deep analysis, I want us to, look at what Sheikh Kuti said bit by bit so that we understand and then give us what we need to know. First, Sheikh Kuti says, Igbo presidency is not justice for Igbo people. Of course, it is not, and it will never be. Secondly, he said, Igbo presidency is introduced by the elite so they can enrich themselves. Of course, this Igbo presidency we are talking about, it was introduced by the leaders so that they can use it to, enrich themselves and make themselves popular. Of course, today we know what is happening. Peter Obi, what is his name now? Kenneth Okonkwo, and the rest of them in the southeast. They introduced that so that they can use it to enrich themselves. Thirdly, Sheikh Kuti said, all Yoruba and Hausa presidency has not brought prosperity to them. Today, Nigeria is being ruled by a Yoruba man. Tell me, are Yorubas not suffering? Are they enjoying? Has Yorubas enjoyed justice in Nigeria? No, tell me now. So what makes you think yours will be different? The last regime, the regime of Buhari, did Hausas not suffer? Did Fulanis not suffer? So what makes you think yours will be different? Look at this. He went further to say, Jonathan presidency did not bring prosperity to the South-South. Of course, it did not bring. Today, go to South-South, no water, no good education, no road, nothing. Yet, they have somebody that, was president there for 6 years. So what makes you think yours will be different? So after all this, since 1960, that Nigeria, got their independence, they have been having presidencies, head of state, so on and so on. Till today, Nigeria never better. So what makes you think that your man 4 years in office will make you enjoy justice? Because all my Enugu people, think very well, think very well. Okay, he went further to say, we must come up with comprehensive justice for all oppressed people in Nigeria. This is what I believe. There must be a comprehensive justice The truth is that, looking at it, you see that not only Igbos are going through this, but of course, we know the difference between the Igbos and the Yorubas. What the Yorubas has enjoyed, the Igbos has not enjoyed it. Oh yes, but then we must come up with a comprehensive justice, for all that the Igbos or people that have suffered in Nigeria. And for the Igbos, if they say that what they want is to break away, come on, that should be given to them. Oh yes, I must say my opinion because I'm also an Igbo person. So finally, he said, Yoruba man was president when they killed my mama. It was Obasanjo that was president when they when they unalived his mother. I hope most of you remember that. So what justice is he enjoying as a Yoruba man in Nigeria? Tell me. Okay, the justice of Igbo people is bigger than presidency. The justice that Igbo people need is bigger than presidency. Presidency you are giving to one man. You want to use it to compensate more than 60 million Igbos. Where on earth does that happen? Presidency for 4 years. Then ask yourself, after that 4 years, what else happened? Chebe, I love that language my Enugu people use. Think. What happens after 4 years? I ask. All right, so it beats my mind. It beats my mind when I hear people say that, him becoming the president of Nigeria for 4 years, will make Nigeria better. Will be a justice for all the pogroms that Igbos have suffered. Whoever that is saying that must be insane. Honestly speaking, whoever that is saying that must be insane. He is my brother. Peter Obi is my brother. Of course, I love him. I wish him good. But then, we must be sincere to ourselves. We must be sincere to ourselves. Also, I watched a video, an interview he granted, where they asked him, Sir, why do you want to become the president of Nigeria? Did you know what he answered? Please, this video is not to bring him down. I'm not into politics. I'm not doing anything, but I'm telling you the truth. Listen to him, of course. As I talk, I show you evidences. Listen to what he said that motivated him to be, or why he wants to be the president of Nigeria. Listen to him.
Why would you want to be a one-term president?
For stability. I will not stay a day with a gun in my head longer than 4 years.
Did you hear him? He said it is what? For stability. For stability. Do you know the meaning of stability? Let's check in the dictionary, okay? Stability means the condition of being stable or in equilibrium, and thus resistant to change. The condition of being stable or in equilibrium. For something to be in equilibrium means, a condition of something to be balanced. So our Oga Peter Obi wants to make Nigeria to be balanced in 4 years. And then what happens after he balances Nigeria in 4 years? When he leaves, what happens? The next person that is going to come, is it going to continue in stability or in instability? My people, let's think. Honestly speaking, let's think. Let's think. All right? Now, for you to understand more, I'm going to play just a very short video of this man, what he said about this very topic that I'm discussing now. Igbos, what really do you want? You want stability in Nigeria or what? Remember that popular saying I told you earlier, that no man smashes a mosquito that perches on his scrotum. Instead, he quietly and easily chases it away before going after it. But our own, we want to smash it on our scrotum. We must think. What is your thought about this video? But then I will still allow you to listen to him, what he said about this very topic I'm talking about. Then after listening to him, maybe you will understand a bit of what we are talking. Remember, this video is not to bring anybody down. I'm not bringing Peter Obi down. I'm not bringing any politicians down. I do have respect for them. But then, as I always tell you, now, asokateza anya egbulu nkita n'isi gbu ya ekwu. Okwu a na-asọ anya ekwu adebi n'oge. I wish you understand. Anyway, listen to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
We are under the bondage of the zoo because a few idiots want to be president of Nigeria.
Hello. going to contest for the president of the Republic of Nigeria. And I believe I'm qualified for it.
Because after that, what happens? All of them killing themselves over Jonathan presidency. From the so-called Niger Delta or Yoruba that was dying because of Obasanjo presidency. Where are they today? They are still the ones crying that things are not okay. So you think as an Igbo man, if you're there for 8 years, somehow, miraculously, you will change anything? You don't sit right, and they killed him. Use your brain. It was meant to be Alex Ekwueme after Shagari. Buhari overthrew the government in 1983. Some of you don't know history. Rather than allow an Igbo man to become the president, they did a coup. Some of you need to reason very well. Also, you claim you went to school, you should be able to use your brain. How can you believe people who are foolish? They cannot, because of the wild chicken train they give you in Abuja. You don't have a house in Abuja because of that. You are going to suffer and die. When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show me. Somebody was asking where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money, you come to Izombe, you come to Ohaji, you come to Ebema, you come to Aguleri, you come to Ebonyi, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building the way to Niger Republic, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for you, oh, Nigeria is doing well. One Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax that we pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger, airport in Niger, refinery in Niger. You take oil, crude oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum, or as PPS as you call it. And you're telling me that that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. We are in one Nigeria. We are not going anywhere. And you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money and positions. So that they will come out on the pages of newspapers to give the world the misleading impression that everything is okay, when things are not okay. Go through the statements of Ohaneze and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back and say Nigeria is one. We must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, you say Nigeria is not working. You are marginalized. You are being discriminated against. You are suffering. They are killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I'm a Democrat, I've subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Atiku Abubakar wrote to President Biden. In it, Atiku Abubakar said to come and help us fight terrorism, in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the US State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said it because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not educated. When I say they say I'm insulting them, no, I'm not insulting you. Most of you are not educated. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we were born, where our umbilical cord, how long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like be in South Africa, if you like let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like go to Cotonou, go to Yaoundé in Cameroon, everybody living in the capital cities of Africa, they go back to their villages. They go back to their tribes where they come from. Do they do that in the Western world? During Christmas, these people migrating from, oh, I come from Florida, I'm going to Florida. No, you don't. Because people come from where they are born. We come from where our ancestors were born. That is the difference between black people in Africa and those from Europe and other parts of the world. We come from, so if you ask somebody, where do you come from? He or she will mention their village. That is what makes us Africans. Very, very unique. If you destroy that, you're finished as a people. In Africa, we are tribal. First and foremost, we belong to our tribe where we come from. That is why our people need to appreciate this. Very, very critical that Africa is restructured to recognize where people come from. All these artificial creations by Europeans, Nigeria, this and that, all that rubbish. That is why you can never ever make any progress for the next 6 billion years. You can never ever make any progress in the zoo. Why is it, if we are not tribal, why would a whole presidency come out, Fulani presidency come out and say, we are defending Fulani headsmen? A presidency of the whole of Nigeria, so to speak. It is because by instinct, we are tribal beings in Africa. That is why Nigeria is unsustainable. That is why the man from Ishekiri has to vote to say, this is where I want to belong to. That is why referendum is the only way forward. That is why Africa is poor. Africans must recognize that this is who we are. You cannot live in Lagos if you're an Igbo man. During Christmas, start traveling to Sokoto. It's impossible. You must go to Igbo land. You must. That's where you come from. And if they ask you, oh, but you were born in Lagos, you will say, no, that's where my parents come from. They ask your parents will say, that's where my parents come from. They will keep going back until they get to perhaps the 100th generation. That's who we are. And nobody can change it. We are not born on the streets. Some people were born along Ijora or Kota Highway in Lagos. Maybe they are from Urobo. You ask them, where are you from? They say, I'm from Urobo. That I was born in, but this is where I come from. That is who we are. That is why all these useless, idiotic countries created in Africa cannot survive. It can never ever survive. And how do we stop it? Only a revolution can stop it. Only a revolution. If you like, keep postponing it. If you like, keep putting it off forever and ever. Only a revolution can solve this very problem, because under a revolution, the powers that be, those that be making your life a misery, will be overthrown. Nobody will say it's a coup anymore. It is called popular uprising. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody deceive you. And that is why today some soldiers are listening and they are resigning from the army. How can you be a soldier in the Nigerian army and your village is being occupied by Fulani headsmen? Imagine those from Oyo or Ondo serving in the Nigerian army. These are my Yoruba brothers who are serving in the Nigerian army. You are from Yoruba, you are serving in the Nigerian army, doing one Nigeria. But your village is being occupied by Fulani. The same people you are serving, or you claim you are serving, your village is under occupation by them. And to make matters worse, those you are serving under their flag, one Nigeria, and the Arabic inscription, or should I say the motto of Othman Dan Fodio, to tell you how foolish Nigerians are. You don't know that the Nigerian emblem, the army emblem of Nigeria, is the motto of Othman Dan Fodio that he used to conquer Hausa people. You don't know that it is there. That's what they're using. You're fighting under the banner of your conquerors. Maybe in Sambisa forest. And now they are sending their advanced strike force into your village. And you're doing one Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian soldier. I'm a Nigerian army. That is why I commend the 127 soldiers that have resigned so far from the army. If you don't do these things I'm asking you to do, you will, when the time comes, as I'm telling them now, remember 2015, remember 2014, remember 2013, I told you all these things. I told you what was going to happen, and now they have all happened before your eyes. You've seen it. I'm warning you now. If you're serving in the Nigerian army and you think you're loyal to Buratai, you think I'm serving my Nigeria is not a fatherland or motherland to anybody. Nigeria is not a motherland or fatherland to anybody. Nigeria is purely a British creation. a British creation, because if Nigeria was to be a nation or country, there is no way those that call themselves the presidency Asoro can come out to support illegality in Ondo State, because they know they are doing it for that. Why do you think they want to avenge and revenge for Ahmadu Bello? Why? They knew that Ahmadu Bello and his people, so to speak, are fighting for them. They understood that. At the time, the Hausa people thought that the Fulani was fighting for them, but today it's very clear. I asked you a simple question when I began. Are you hearing Hausa Fulani anymore?